Hello friends, dear learners and my dear student. First of all, I welcome you on the lecture Ultraviolet Visible Spectrophotometry. Student, I am Dr. S.R. Labbe, working as Associate Professor in the Department of Chemistry. Student, in previous lecture we discussed the application of monochromatic system for isolation of monochromatic radiation required for absorption spectrophotometry. We discussed the applications of filter, absorption filter, interference filter, prism and diffracting grating in isolation of narrow bandwidth of monochromatic radiation. Student, in today's lecture we discuss how the radiant power is detected in the instrument, and that is a detector. Therefore, detector in spectrophotometry. Detector in a spectrophotometry is a device that converts the radiant energy into electrical energy. And feeds that signal to the recorder. Therefore, in absorption spectrophotometry, detector is a device that converts the radiant energy into electrical energy and feeds that signal to the recorder. Student, we know that in absorption spectroscopy, we are measuring the absorbance of molecular species. That means we place a sample solution in light path having specific wavelength, an amount of radiant power measured by the solution that is measured in absorption spectrophotometry. Therefore, in order to find out the amount of radiant power or amount of radiant energy utilized by the sample, and that can be detected by measuring the incident radiant power and radiant power transmitted through the sample. Therefore, detector, that is a device which converts this radiant energy into electrical energy, and here that signal is generated as a amount of radiant power absorbed by the sample. Basically, there are three main types of detector in absorption spectrophotometry. Number one is called as a photovoltaic cell. Or a barrier layer cell. It is also called as photonic cell. Therefore, this is the first type of detector used in absorption spectroscopy, that is called as a photovoltaic cell or barrier layer cell or photonic cell. Now, how does this detector is constructed and how does it work, that we discuss here. The construction of barrier layer cell. The barrier layer cell consisting of a base metal that is made up of either a copper or iron. This base metal that act as a electrode. Over this base metal, a layer of semiconducting material, that is selenium, is coated. Layer of selenium. Here there is a thin or a transparent metal plate made up of silver or gold, transparent metal plate. This metal plate is transparent and here there is a collecting ring. Here this two plates, that is silver electrode, that is another electrode, and iron or copper electrode is another electrode. These two electrodes are coupled by means of a galvanometer, not a voltmeter. Therefore, here this is the construction of a photonic cell or photovoltaic cell or barrier layer cell. Barrier layer cell consisting of a base metal made up of either copper or iron. Over this base metal, a semiconducting material is coated. Semiconductor, that is a material whose conductivity increases with rising temperature. Therefore, selenium, that is a semiconducting material that is coated over this base metal, and here the base metal is then protected by means of a thin layer of a silver or gold foil. Silver or gold foil that act as an electrode as well as base metal act as an electrode, and both electrodes are coupled through galvanometer. Now how does it work? Working. When a radiant power which is transmitted through the sample that falls on the detector. In an instrument, you know the position of detector. Detector is placed in between sample cell and the recorder. Therefore, radiant power which is not absorbed by the sample or which is transmitted through the sample, that falls on the detector. Therefore, this is a radiant power that is falling on this detector, that is called as here incident radiation. But actually this is a radiant power or a radiation transmitted from sample. This radiation when falls on the metal plate, that is silver or gold, at the interface of this silver and selenium, there is creation of electron. Therefore, because of photoelectric effect, a photoelectric effect generates electron here, and these electrons are generated because of photoelectric effect, and these electrons are attracted towards this silver or gold plate. Therefore, here electrons are generated because of photoelectric effect at the interface of this silver and selenium. These electrons are collected on silver plate. Here, silver plate that act as an electrode. Therefore, all electrons are accumulated over silver plate. Therefore, this silver plate or Ag plate becomes electrically negative with reference to this base metal. Therefore, here base metal becomes electrically positive, and here this silver plate becomes electrically negative. Therefore, here there is a development of potential difference between the two plates, that is a silver plate and this iron plate, and this potential difference is recorded by a externally circuit containing galvanometer. Therefore, here galvanometer that measures the current because of the potential difference generated between these two plates. This current is called as photocurrent because it is generated due to photoelectric effect. This photocurrent is directly proportional to the intensity of the radiant power. Intensity of the radiant power falling on this detector. In this way this detector works. Therefore this is a detector which operates without battery. Without battery this detector operates. This detector creates its own EMF. Therefore here EMF that is created because of photoelectric effect, and this is a simple detector useful over a total visible range. That is, it is useful from 400 to 750 nanometer. Therefore all types of radiation, those are detected in visible region by means of this photovoltaic cell or a barrier layer cell or photonic cell. Student, now we discuss second type of detector, phototube or photo emissive tube. Due to the phototube is more sensitive detector than photovoltaic cell. Because of amplification of photocurrent. In case of photovoltaic cell, the small photocurrent generated because of photoelectric effect, that is not amplified. But in case of phototube, a minimum or very less amount of current is generated that can be amplified, and that is measurable. Therefore here phototubes are more sensitive than the photovoltaic cell. Now we discuss the construction of this phototube. Construction, here there is a glass bulb containing a photocathode. Here there is anode. These two are given a negative positive 90 volt DC voltage. Therefore here this is positive, this is negative. Here this is a amplified circuit. This is amplifier, and here this is a recorder. This is a construction of a phototube containing photocathode. Photocathode coated with a material like cesium oxide or potassium oxide or a silver oxide. Any one of this oxide is coated on this cathode, and here this is anode, that is a electron collector anode or electron collector. Here radiation from the source or radiation from the sample falls on this photocathode. Here photocathode is coated with cesium oxide or potassium oxide or silver oxide. This material have low ionization potential. That means when radiant power falling on this material, that undergo ionization. And here electrons are generated because of photoionization of this silver oxide or cesium oxide. Electrons are generated. These generated electrons are attracted towards this positively charged electrode, and here these result in a flow of photocurrent. Photocurrent that will be smaller in magnitude, but it can be amplified. Therefore, here due to photoelectric effect or photoionization effect, electrons are generated on this photocathode. Those are attracted towards this another positively charged electrode, and that results in flow of current. Now here this cell is connected with 90 volt DC power supply. Therefore here this ionization process is faster. Here in this case this photo tube are more sensitive than photovoltaic cell because of the amplification. This is the reason behind the sensitivity of this phototube, that is the amplification. Amplification is not possible in case of photovoltaic cell. Now here this cell require a power supply, that is a DC power supply is required. Cell does not have its own potential. External potential is required, and here photoelectric effect generates the electron. Here radiant power falling on the photocathode, that proportional to the photoionization, that proportional to the production of electron, and that proportional to the magnitude of photocurrent. Therefore, here photocurrent generated is directly proportional to the intensity of radiant power falling on this photocathode. In this way, phototube that works as a detector in visible spectrophotometry. This is also suitable for visible analysis. That means in ultraviolet spectroscopy, this does not have a sensitivity, therefore generally it is used in visible region. Now we have third electrode, that is called as we have third discuss the third detector, that is a photomultiplier tube. Photomultiplier tube, that is a most sensitive detector used in spectrophotometry. Now, how does it constructed? Construction. Here, in this case, there are about one is photocathode, and here this is a photocathode coated with cesium oxide or silver oxide. These are the diodes. There are about 1 to 9 diodes. Therefore, here diode first, second, third, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Therefore, more than 7 diodes are present. Each diode coated with cesium oxide and silver oxide. Cesium or silver oxide. Ag2O, silver oxide. Therefore, here when radiant power falling on this photocathode, that is a from sample. Here, because of photoelectric effect, photoionization of this material takes place and that emits electron. These electrons are attracted towards this first diode. Therefore, here first diode is more positive than the photocathode. First diode is 75 to 100 times more positive than photocathode. Therefore, here when electromagnetic radiation falls on this photocathode, photoelectric effect generates electron. These electrons are attracted towards the first diode because it is more positive than this photocathode. This primary electron strikes on this photocathode, which is primary electron strikes on this first diode, which is coated with silver oxide, that again emits a multiple number of electrons, and here this will be continued to 8 times, and here multiplication of electron takes place, and during this this is a collector, positive plate, this is a negative photocathode. Therefore, here the potential difference across these two electrodes is very large, about 10 raised to 6 to 10 raised to 7 number of electrons are generated in this process. Therefore, here multiplication of electron as well as amplification factor that makes this photomultiplier more sensitive than photovoltaic cell and phototube. Here, this photomultiplier generally used in ultraviolet region because where the intensity is very low and it is useful in spectrophotometer. Therefore, spectrophotometer is always built with this photomultiplier because very low radiant power that can be detected by this device. Now, student, this is all about the different types of detector used in absorption spectroscopy. In next lecture, we discuss the measurement of absorption by means of colorimeter, by means of single beam spectrophotometer and by means of double beam spectrophotometer. With this, we stop here. Thanks for joining me. Wish you all the best. Keep learning. Happy learning.